Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to Just a Plant Room. Today I wanted to show you 5 plants that I think you might be sleeping on. Stick around and let's talk about it. All right, as I mentioned in the intro, I wanted to show you 5 plants that I think you might be sleeping on. And I chose these 5 plants simply because they're super easy to take care of. For the most part, they're beginner friendly. They aren't very fussy, and there's no need for high humidity or cabinet life. These can all live in ambient humidity. So we'll start with this one that I'm massaging right here. This is a red Halloumina. I have the green version as well. This plant is super easy to care for. She lives under a grow light, obviously, but there's no fuss. I water her maybe once a week. She needs water now. As you can see, the leaves are actually very beautiful. This one is trying to flower. I'll probably end up cutting the flowers off because I have no desire to try to pollinate her or anything of that nature. But this is one of those plants that you can buy. I wouldn't say you could put her in the low light area. She does prefer medium to bright light, but don't sleep on it. This is a beautiful plant. It's structurally elegant, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised on how easy she is to care for. All right, moving right along. My next one, of course, you know I had to include a Hoya. This is the Hoya Densifolia. And I've only had this plant, I want to say 6 or 7 months, but I am super impressed with it. She grows very fast. She came as 2 vines, and look at her now. I had to put her on a trellis. The leaves are simply gorgeous. If, us Hoya lovers, typically we go either for the leaf or for the bloom. This one has not bloomed for me, but she has grown like a monster. This plant, I have got to say, from all of my Hoyas, is one of the fastest growing ones that I have. She lives in ambient humidity. She's not fussy. Her soil mix is, I would say, a little sandy with some cocoa peat, a little bit of sphagnum moss. She's on slow release fertilizer. It is just a joy to see her grow. So if you want a Hoya that is quick to grow, I don't know about quick to bloom, and if you like this type of leaf that comes out like a lemon lime and then hardens off into this dark green, she's kind of in between small leaf and large leaf. The leaves are not very large, but look at this. She just grows, and while she vines, it's not like most Hoyas that vine and you don't get a leaf until eons from now. She vines and she gives you leaves right away. So this is one of those Hoyas that if you can find it, I highly recommend it. Hoya Densifolia. This is another one. So we are going to go over to the Ripsalis family. And this is a Mistletoe Cactus. Now, this one I've had for a year. It is slow to grow, I will say that, but it is unlike other cactuses. So this cactus does not like to go dry. So you know how we let our cactus dry out fully before we water them? This is not one of those because the vines are very thin. You want to keep her hydrated. But for the most part, I don't even have this one in full sun. She lives in the kitchen where she's at a west window exposure, and she's growing really, really well. As you can see, the new growth is really cute. It comes out all tiny and the color is different. I would consider this to be more like a jungle cactus. She's super entertaining. She's whimsical. She's got that jungle vibe. And I think this is a great addition to your plant family if you like this type of thing where she's kind of floopy but not floopy, kind of jungly but not jungly. Cute little plant, easy to care for. That's what we're going for today. Now, I know everybody has a pothos. You know, we have the golden, we have the lemon lime. There's so many varieties to choose from. But today I wanted to show you a Baltic Blue. So the Baltic Blue can actually grow. You can let her hang. It can trail. You know, and I suspect that even at trailing, she'll put out fenestrations. But you know me, I like the big leaf and I want to see the fenestrations. So I have mines on the pole. But she's so easy. She tells you when she's thirsty. She lets you know. She lets you know when she needs to be watered. The leaves are simply gorgeous. Let me turn this back around. It has like, I wouldn't say a blue sheen, but the leaves are dark and you can see the veinage and it's really interesting to me. Unfortunately, I let this one dry out. The last watering, I didn't get to her in time. So I have a couple of little spots here and that has to do with my inconsistent watering. But as you can see, she is fenestrating and the fenestrations are changing with each leaf that she puts out. She's easy to care for. And I think that's the thing that I like. She's like all the other pothos, you know, no fuss, no muss. She tells you what she needs, when she needs it, and when she wants it. I've had this one for about a year now, and she came as a very small cutting. I think she had like 2 or 3 leaves. But yeah, this is one that you should look into. I think these are more readily available now in the big box stores. So if you see one, grab it. I think you will enjoy its growth pattern. So I'm going to move this one over here. And let's talk about the last plant I have up here. Now, lipstick plants. Ooh, I done made it dusty up here. Let me just push this over to the side. I'm not even going to try to bring this one all the way over because I don't want to damage her vines. But we will put her front and center. Ooh, did I just sit you on something? No. So this is a lipstick plant. I believe it's a curly lipstick plant, but you guys correct me if I'm wrong. I found this at a garden center. She was a little shorter. She was like right here. She didn't have all of this long growth. But what's interesting about this plant, I water this plant about once a month. I have not repotted it. It is still in the soil that it came in. Typically, I can tell when she needs water just by the weight of the pot. She hangs in the kitchen. She's semi-west and north exposure. What's pretty about this plant is that she puts out these little flowers like all lipstick plants. As you can see, and I think she's getting towards the end of her blooming season, or at least I think she is, because she's still blooming. But about a month ago, she was profusely blooming. She had blooms all over the place. This is one of those plants that's succulent type. The leaves come out really tiny, and then they turn into like these pear-shaped things. She's really cute, and I love the way that she trails. So if you love trailing plants, this is a good one to look at. And this is for the one thing that I would caution you about on this plant is don't overwater her. She's very succulent like. So I would use a moisture meter if you're not familiar with how to water your plants or when they need water, or tell by the weight of the pot. Other than that, super easy to care for. She plays along well with the other plants. She doesn't get all tangled up like Hoyas do with other plants. And she's a joy to watch grow. So if you love these type of trailing plants with the succulent leaves and the occasional flower, this is one that you should look at. I've seen these at the garden center. I got this one at the garden center. It was the only one back then, but I think they're more popular. And there's several versions of the lipstick plant. I think I have I have 3 different types, but this one by far is one of my favorites. So those are my 5 plants that I think you might be sleeping on, something that's easy to grow, beginner friendly, and something you should check out. Now remember, if you like this type of content, don't forget to come and subscribe so you'll know when the new videos come out. Like and share. Talk to you real soon. Bye guys.